exquisite cooking, and harmonizing yoga. Join us as we take the next 30 days to discover a whole new way of living.
Welcome back. So, on the agenda for today is some Pilates styled yoga. Now, Pilates is pretty much a derivative of yoga, so to call them two separate forms might be difficult. But in today's contemporary society, they've been distinguished from one another. So we'll stick with the definition of having two separate systems, yoga and Pilates. So this is the integration of both. Of course, you're going to see similarities between both yoga and Pilates because of basically the same origins that they have with one another. So coming onto the back, we're going to start with a core practice by just lifting the knees until they come to about a 90-degree angle and the shins are parallel with the earth. Then all we're going to do is straighten the legs until we form an obtuse angle between the upper body and lower body, while simultaneously lifting the shoulders and the head off the ground. Then we're going to release, come back to that about 90-degree angle with the legs. So straighten the legs and lift the shoulders and head, bend the knees, and release the shoulders and head. So exhale into the lift and the contraction, inhale into the release, and descent towards the earth. I'm going to do 10 for demonstration purposes, and then if you want to make it more intense, you'll just increase to 20, 30, or more. Now release. Gently relax the lower back by moving the knees away from the chest and then lean towards, which is going to create a rolling sensation through the lower back. Then slowly lower the legs down towards the ground. Alright, next practice is going to focus more on the lower abs. So that was full core. Now we're going to work into the lower core. Arms can stay just outside the body. We're going to lift both the legs together off the ground as you exhale, and then inhale, slowly let the legs lower back down towards the earth. So exhale, lift, inhale, slowly release. If you want to make this more intense, then when you come to the top with the legs lifted, then separate the legs wide, then back together, then release them. So with the breath, we'll do another 10. Again, you can increase the number of rounds depending on how intense you want to make the practice for yourself. Now we're going to come onto our belly and work into the lower core. So resting on your stomach, you have two options with the arms. They can just be alongside the body, or they can be reached out to the side. Out to the side is going to be more intense, or out to the side shoulder level, and then just alongside the body, it's going to be easier because you can reinforce the lift with the support of the hands. So as you lift, you can press the hands into the earth, which is going to encourage the lift. So with the breath, you're going to inhale, come up, and exhale, release. As you go through this movement, keep the legs together and lift as high as you can. So the more intense variation is going to look like this, arms to the side, inhale coming up, exhale lowering down. Then we're going to move into a transition between table pose, upper push-up, and then into dolphin pose, and then back into table pose. So this is a really intense upper body strengthening practice. So first we're on our hands and knees, then we tuck the toes, lift the knees. Then we press back in the downward dog, and as you're doing so, slowly lower the elbows onto the earth, pulling the heart towards the big toes. Then as you drop the knees to the earth, and slide the hands back, coming into table pose. Make sure you get the proper distance within each of the postures. For the table pose, the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Upper push-up, shoulders still above the wrists. And then as you go back into the downward dog, working towards dolphin, you're going to release the elbow to where the hand was just resting. Then, drop the knees first and slide the hands back into table. So transition between this table pose, upper push-up, and when you lower down onto your elbows, alternate sides. So now I'm going to drop my left elbow first, then my right, then press back, then table, then back to upper push-up. Now right, left, and then back to table. So I'll just do a few more, and then you can continue on your own if you have the time and if you have the energy. Alright, we'll just close with that, or finish with that, last round. Last posture, all we're going to do is raise up into an upper push-up, and then swing the alternating legs out to the side. So left leg goes to the left, right leg goes to the right, and try to hold in the upper push-up position. If you find this too tough, then lower onto your knees and do the same with the knees on the ground. So now I'm just going to straighten the leg out to the side and then to center, and then opposite leg out to the side and to center. So again, the first variation, upper push-up out to the side, center, out to the side, center. Second variation, knees on the ground, same idea, leg comes out to the side without too much movement through the upper body, and then release. So that's a demonstration of just a few examples of the combination of yoga with Pilates. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks again for watching. Namaste.